Hey, it's Denise here from Lucky Bitch, and here's a juicy, maybe controversial question for you. Can you teach abundance if you're not actually abundant yet? Now, my answer might surprise you, but let's have a chat about this one because this is juicy, juicy. Came about because one of my old clients was telling me about someone else that she knows who teaches abundance, but she said that actually she's kind of broke herself. And it kind of brought up this awkward conversation because a lot of us want to teach and help people and all that kind of stuff, but our lives aren't perfect yet, and it does hold us back from teaching what we know. So how do you get around this without feeling like a fraud? Because trust me, if you're teaching something that you haven't done yourself, you will feel like a fraud, and it's going to affect the amount of clients that you can attract to you. But as I said, there's ways around this. So when I first started out, I was a generic life coach, and I wasn't really teaching that much about abundance. I was more talking about goal setting, all that kind of stuff. And I felt quite good about that because that was something that, you know, I did know a lot about, and I've always been a great goal setter and I had achieved things in my life. So when I did feel like a fraud, what I had to do in myself was really look back at all of my past accomplishments and feel really good about that and my past successes, even though I hadn't necessarily been around in business for that long. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Even if you're going into a completely new realm, look back at how all your old experiences and maybe some of your other successes, it could be in a completely unrelated field, how that can relate to what you're currently teaching. Because trust me, everyone starts from scratch. And if you waited until you were perfect in everything, you'd never move forward into a new business. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that it's really important to teach what you know. So if you want to talk about money or abundance or wealth or whatever, you can't start out talking about something you haven't done. So I wouldn't start teaching you about a six-figure mindset if you haven't yourself got to six figures. But if there's something that you do know, for example, you know how to get your first client, you know how to go from zero to your first $1,000 in your business, I would start there. Teach people that because you will feel really good about it. You won't feel like a fraud, and you'll actually be able to help people. And then the good thing is, once you've taught that, I would say, you know, put it into an ebook, automate it, whatever, because when you get to six figures, you're probably not going to remember the basics. And there are a lot of people who need to know how to do that. Get their very first client, get their first 3 clients, make their first $1,000 in business. So, you know, you can teach that, and then you can teach the next thing. Maybe you start to teach people, well, here's how to make $5,000 a month in your business. Here's how to, you know, and you keep on going, and then finally you'll have your first $10,000 a month, and then you can teach that. So you only need to be a step ahead of your students. Now you might think, well, that's like not very good. I want to be really far ahead. Well, let me tell you a bit of a secret. I know quite a few professors. I know people who teach for a living, maybe, you know, at an educational institution. Sometimes they don't know the entire curriculum in advance. Sometimes they're only a week ahead of their students of what they're teaching. So don't worry about it. You can still feel like you're helping people, but you're doing it in a way that is of great integrity. So I want to hear from you. What do you think that you could teach right now? Something that you know very well. Maybe it's something you've done quite recently. I just want you to list something out in the comments below because, you know, you've got something really valuable that you can share with the world, and the sooner you do it, the more money will come back to you. Remember, I serve, I deserve. So if you want more inspiration about how to create a business that's really fun and way more profitable, come over to luckybitch.com because I've got a lot of freebie resources for you about how you can do that. Have an abundant day. Bye. Hey again, it's Denise here from Lucky Bitch, and this is Little Miss Willow Grace. Hi! Now, Willow and I are absolutely passionate about women in business because it doesn't matter if you've got kids or not, but I really see that having a business is your fastest way to creating a life of freedom, adventure, and abundance.
Now, if you haven't already, I want you to come over and listen to a very important audio. It's probably the most important and powerful thing I've ever created for women. It's about the 7 money blocks that are really holding you back from a life of freedom, adventure, and abundance. It's really easy to grab it. You just need to go to luckybitch.com/blocks and you'll be able to listen to it straight away. I talk about things like how to get over working for free, or for people or not charging enough, or if you're stuck in a place where you're bartering all the time and not receiving actual money. So come over and I would love to hear your feedback on it. On the page, there's a little place where you can add your comments and you can talk about what money blocks that you're working on at the moment and what you're doing to get over them. So here's to all of us living amazing, abundant lives. See you soon. Bye. Bye. Bye.